Welcome, curious minds, to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're plunging headfirst into a topic that, well, honestly, it defines so much of our human experience,
Ah,
often without us even really realizing
that's
it.
true. It's fundamental.
Think about this. How often do our gut feelings, our immediate emotional responses, shape how we actually see the world?
All the time. Probably more than we admit.
And what happens when those really deeply held feelings, maybe the ones that bring us comfort or security, what happens when they suddenly clash with an undeniable, maybe inconvenient fact?
Ah, that collision point. That's where things get interesting.
It's a tension as ancient as philosophy itself, really. And it plays out in our lives and our communities on the global stage every single day.
Constantly.
So our focus for this deep dive is a truly insightful piece by Dr. Praveen Ramachandra. It's provocatively titled Facts versus Feelings: Why Truth Cannot Be Voted Down by Emotions.
That powerful title sets the stage quite clearly.
It really does. It's a sharp examination of this fundamental conflict.
Mm.
And it offers some profound clarity on how we might navigate it.
Mm-hmm.
So our mission today is pretty clear. We're going to unpack Dr. Ramachandra's core arguments. We'll dissect the perspectives that prioritize our feelings.
The comfort side.
Exactly. Then we'll delve into those that champion the hard, sometimes cold light of facts.
The clarity side.
We'll look at their historical roots, maybe some philosophical implications, and ultimately try to figure out why, especially when these two powerful forces collide, one must take precedence.
If we want to move forward, that is.
Right. If we want to move forward as individuals, as a society, it's about building maybe a more robust framework for understanding the world,
Even when it feels uncomfortable.
especially when it feels uncomfortable.
And this isn't just some, abstract intellectual exercise.
Not at all.
This tension, this fundamental choice we make, often unconsciously, between the human desire to preserve comfort,
Which is so strong.
incredibly strong, versus that unwavering drive sometimes to pursue clarity, that's actually been a central engine throughout human history.
That's a great way to put it. An engine.
Yeah, it shaped everything. Scientific revolutions, religious movements, political upheavals, even just personal awakenings.
Right.
So what we're aiming to do today in this deep dive is to give you a clearer framework. Maybe think of it as a kind of mental compass
Right.
for navigating this often confusing landscape. It's about empowering you, the listener, to discern truth in a world that's just full of competing claims and really strong emotions.
And to understand the impact of that choice between comfort and clarity.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Profound impact.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Dr. Ramachandra identifies these two distinct voices, right? Two fundamental approaches that almost invariably pop up whenever we're discussing big topics.
Yeah, the foundational stuff.
Things like religion, culture, philosophy, maybe even our personal moral codes. He calls them the feelings-first approach and the facts-first approach.
Simple labels, but they capture the essence.
Let's start with feelings first. This often sounds like we must respect people's beliefs, otherwise we hurt them.
You hear that a lot.
Yeah. And at its core, the driving motivation here is deeply human, isn't it? It's about preserving comfort, protecting emotional well-being, avoiding distress.
For ourselves and for others, it comes from empathy.
It really does seem to stem from a very empathetic place.
It absolutely does. And what's particularly fascinating here, I think, is how this feelings-first view often expands. It connects to this deeper, often subconscious assumption.
Which is?
Well, the idea that if something is useful, if it provides tangible benefits, if it offers solace or structure, then it must, by extension, be correct or true.
So utility equals truth.
Exactly. Dr. Ramachandra points out that this perspective essentially equates utility with truth. Think about it. If a belief system brings order, helps people cope, provides purpose,
Then its factual validity might seem secondary?
precisely secondary to its functional value,
Yeah.
the comfort or the utility becomes the evidence of its correctness in a way.
That's a subtle but powerful mechanism.
Very powerful, deeply ingrained, and not always easy to consciously recognize when it's happening.
That's a really powerful distinction, equating utility with truth. And Dr. Ramachandra really fleshes this out in what he calls the case for feelings. He shows us where this perspective comes from, why it resonates so deeply. He highlights, for instance, that religion, much like monarchy did in its time, provided structure and discipline.
For millennia. Yeah.
These systems offered a framework for society, a way to organize human interaction, maintain order. And tied into that structure were often very potent reward-punishment systems that enforce morality.
Heaven and hell, essentially. Powerful motivator.
Incredibly effective motivators for social cohesion. Right. And beyond the societal impact, faith often offers this profound sense of belonging and emotional security for individuals.
Community shared narrative meaning.
Exactly. It connects people, gives them a shared story, provides meaning in what can feel like a chaotic world, immense comfort in uncertainty.
The psychological anchor.
Yes. And crucially, there's that very strong, almost protective belief that challenging beliefs may hurt people's sentiments.
Which brings us right back to that core desire to avoid causing pain.
Exactly. It's a compelling case for the value of feelings, the function they serve.
Indeed it is. And these points really reveal a fundamental human need for meaning, for belonging. You think historically.
Yeah.
These systems often arose when scientific understanding was, well, rudimentary. The world felt unpredictable, terrifying even.
So comforting narratives were essential.
Essential.
Wow.
Comforting narratives, clear moral codes, they offered a psychological anchor. The utility of these beliefs in stabilizing societies and individual minds, you just can't overstate it.
There's a but coming, isn't there?
There is. The critical point Dr. Ramachandra implies is whether that utility, that comfort, however real, is actually sufficient to define something as true.
Ah, the distinction again.
It's nuanced, but it's vital, especially as our collective understanding of the world evolves. We're not dismissing the function of feelings or the historical role of these systems,
No, not at all.
but rather questioning their claim to objective truth.
Okay, so if comfort and emotional security are such powerful drivers, almost foundational, what happens when they slam into something that isn't comfortable at all but seems undeniably true?
The collision.
This leads us straight to the counter-argument. The voice championing clarity above all else. The facts-first approach.
Right.
This perspective isn't about how things feel, it's about what is. It asserts, truth is one, feelings are many, truth doesn't bend to emotions.
A very different starting point, much starker.
It is. It requires a willingness, I suppose, to confront uncomfortable realities, even if they shatter beliefs we hold dear.
It absolutely does. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, this facts-first stance directly challenges that utility as truth idea we just discussed. It basically argues that just because something is useful or comforting or has historical precedent, that doesn't automatically make it factually accurate.
Usefulness doesn't guarantee truthfulness.
Precisely. And Dr. Ramachandra provides a really striking example here. He says, if we had stuck only to not hurting one's feeling or belief, the sun would still be rotating around the earth in our minds.
Wow. That's potent.
Isn't it? Think about that. For centuries, the geocentric model Earth at the center was deeply ingrained.
It felt right. It placed humanity at the center.
Immense psychological comfort.
Yeah.
Challenging it wasn't just a scientific debate. It was emotional, cultural, spiritual upheaval.
A massive disruption.
Huge. Yet eventually, the accumulating astronomical observations, the raw, inconvenient facts, they shattered that comfort.
They revealed a different reality.
A truer reality, one
Yeah.
that forced humanity to adjust its entire worldview. This example just powerfully illustrates how the primacy of feelings, if it goes unchecked,
That can hold us back.
it can seriously hinder our understanding, prevent profound progress, even if those feelings are deeply held and widely shared. It's a stark reminder of the inertia of comfort when faced with challenging facts.
That geocentric example really does hit home with force. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How many of our current understandings, even things we think are settled, might still be subtly shaped by wanting comfort over stark reality?
It's a question worth asking constantly.
And the case for facts continues with other equally powerful points in the article.
Hmm.
Dr. Ramachandra reminds us that democracy replaced monarchy not because monarchy was useless, but because knowledge evolved.
Another great example. Monarchy had its uses, its structure.
Sure, structure, authority, stability for many. But as our understanding of individual rights, governance, human potential evolved, as we gathered more facts about what systems truly serve people better, distribute power more equitably.
Those facts led to a shift, a revolutionary one.
Exactly. Furthermore, he asserts that morality flows from empathy and reason, not divine reward and punishment.
That's a big one.
It is a profound shift, suggesting our ethical compass can be grounded in our shared humanity, our rational thought.
Rather than solely relying on external rules or fear of retribution.
Correct.
And this point about morality is particularly significant, I think, for our modern diverse societies.
How so?
Well, if we can ground morality in universal human experiences like empathy and reason, It offers a kind of common language for ethical discussion. It transcends specific cultural or religious frameworks.
A foundation for a just society, perhaps.
That's the idea, that our capacity for compassion and rational thought, not just fear of an afterlife, can be that foundation. But maybe the most fundamental distinction Dr. Ramachandra makes is this.
Okay.
Facts are objective, universal, unchanging. Feelings are subjective, cultural, personal.
That sounds absolutely crucial, not just semantics.
Not at all. It's crucial for how we build knowledge, how we navigate truth.
Okay, let's dwell on that distinction for a second. Facts being objective, universal, unchanging, versus feelings being subjective, cultural, personal. Can you elaborate on the implications? It feels like a bedrock idea.
It truly is. When we talk about facts being objective, we mean they exist independently of our individual perception or belief.
Like the boiling point of water.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100 degrees Celsius at sea level. Whether you believe it or not doesn't change the fact. It's verifiable external reality.
Okay.
Universal.
They hold true across different cultures, different times, different individuals. Gravity works the same way in Tokyo as in Timbuktu today and 1,000 years ago.
Got it. And unchanging.
In their fundamental nature, yes. Now, our understanding of facts evolves, certainly. Newton's laws weren't wrong before Einstein.
Just incomplete.
Exactly. A less complete picture of the same underlying physical reality. The reality itself didn't change.
Right. Okay, so contrast that with feeling.
Feelings are a completely different creature, inherently subjective. What brings you comfort might bring someone else anxiety. They're cultural, deeply shaped by the norms, traditions, values we grew up with, and intensely personal, unique to each individual's life experiences, memories, psychology.
So much variability.
Exactly. This inherent variability means that while feelings are incredibly valid and important to our human experience, they give life color and meaning, right? They are simply too fluid, too individual.
To be a reliable guide to objective truth.
Precisely. They can't serve as a stable, shared reference point for objective truth. They can't reliably guide our understanding of the world as it is, only how we experience it.
Which is why relying solely on feelings when objective truth is the question.
Can lead to a fragmented, often conflicting understanding of reality. It just doesn't work as a universal standard.
Yeah, frames it so clearly. Facts provide that stable, shared reference point, while feelings, vital for our inner lives, are too variable to be our universal guide to truth. So, what does this all mean for us? As individuals trying to navigate this world overflowing with information, conflicting viewpoints appeals to both intellect and emotion.
Yeah, how do we manage it all?
This brings us to Dr. Ramachandra's really crucial point about why openness matters.
Yeah.
It's something we probably all get instinctively, but he crystallizes its importance. He acknowledges we all inherit views from forefathers and readings. It's just natural, isn't it?
Completely. We don't start with a blank slate.
Our perspectives are shaped by upbringing, education, culture, experiences. It's how we build our initial understanding.
It is. And this is where the dynamic progressive cycle he describes becomes so incredibly important for individual growth, for collective evolution.
What's the cycle?
He explains that true progress in science, society, personally demands this specific flow, this continuous loop. It starts with new information,
Okay.
which leads to new understanding. This new understanding then requires us to engage in reinterpretation of what we thought we knew or what we were told.
So you're assessing things.
Exactly. And this reinterpretation, this willingness to adjust our internal maps finally leads to growth.
Information, understanding, reinterpretation, growth.
You got it. It's not a one-time event. It's constant, iterative. It's like being in perpetual beta, always open to updating our mental software, so to speak.
I like that. Perpetual beta.
And he emphasizes a really vital balance here. Respecting traditions is fine.
Which is important.
Absolutely. Clinging blindly is regression. Traditions, customs, inherited beliefs can hold immense value. Connection to the past, identity, cultural richness.
Sure.
But, and this is the critical distinction, if we let traditions become an impenetrable barrier, stopping us from incorporating new facts, new data, evolving our understanding.
Then we're stuck.
Or worse.
We're not just standing still, we are actively moving backward. We become ossified. Think of societies that resisted new farming techniques or medical advances purely out of deference to tradition.
The human cost can be huge.
Immense. It's about being able to critically engage with our heritage. Hold on to what's valuable, but have the courage to discard what evidence shows is outdated or just plain untrue.
Evolving with the evidence, not fighting against it.
That's the key. Evolving with the evidence.
That distinction between respecting tradition and clinging blindly is so powerful and so relevant today, isn't it?
It connects directly to your own journey of learning, your personal growth. If you aren't open to new information, if you cling rigidly to what you've always believed, maybe because it's comfortable, familiar.
Then that cycle breaks down.
Exactly. That vital cycle of new information, new understanding, reinterpretation, growth, it just stalls. It's that openness, that willingness to scrutinize even our most cherished beliefs against new facts.
Even when it's hard.
Especially when it's hard. That's what's key to individual enlightenment and collective progress. It's about constantly refining our internal map of the world.
Making it more accurate, more reflective of reality.
Even when the new territory feels unfamiliar or challenging. It's how we truly expand our horizons.
Well said.
So as we bring this deep dive to a close, Dr. Ramachandra leaves us with a really powerful conclusion. It distills everything we've discussed into a sharp, actionable insight.
What's the core takeaway?
Both feelings and facts have undeniably vital, crucial roles in our lives. One comforts, the other clarifies.
Comfort and clarity, both necessary.
They each serve a distinct, necessary function. But, and this is the absolutely crucial point to carry forward, when they collide, only facts can guide humanity forward.
When comfort and clarity clash, clarity based on facts must lead.
It's a clear directive, a North Star, maybe, for navigating those moments of fundamental disagreement when our inner world clashes with external reality.
Yeah.
And he shares this truly memorable quote that resonates so deeply, a statement of profound simplicity and truth. Feelings may soothe us, but facts free us. The sun never asks for our belief to shine.
Oof. That lands.
Does it? Just think about that. Our comfort, our preferences, our deepest held beliefs, they have absolutely zero bearing on the fundamental realities of the universe.
The sun just is.
It just is. It radiates energy, sustains life, regardless of what any individual or culture thinks, feels, or believes about it. And understanding that, truly accepting that independence of objective reality from our subjective experience, that's what ultimately liberates us.
Frees us from ignorance, delusion.
Yes. From the limitations of our own perceptions. It allows us to move forward with clarity, with efficacy. It's a call to embrace that sometimes uncomfortable freedom that comes with truth.
That's a powerful reframe. Freedom through facts, even uncomfortable ones.
Exactly.
So this brings us maybe to a thought-provoking question for you, our listener, to ponder long after this deep dive wraps up.
Okay, let's hear it.
Reflect on the various facets of your own life, or maybe the public conversations you see happening around you. In what areas do you most keenly notice this tension, this push and pull between the desire for comfort and the pursuit of clarity?
Where does it show up for you?
Yeah. Where do you find yourself, or maybe others, prioritizing feelings to avoid an uncomfortable truth? Or perhaps dismissing facts because they challenge a cherished belief?
We all do it sometimes.
Of course. And then critically, how might actively embracing the primacy of facts, even when those facts are profoundly uncomfortable or disruptive, how might that ultimately lead to greater freedom, deeper understanding, and maybe more effective action?
For you personally?
For you personally, and maybe for the communities you engage with? It's a question worth revisiting often, I think, because it really lies at the heart of how we progress, individually and collectively.
A truly fantastic and vital thought to leave us with. Keep seeking clarity. Keep questioning with an open mind.
And keep embracing that new understanding.
Even when it nudges you out of your comfort zone. That really is where the growth happens, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Thanks for diving deep with us today.
My pleasure.
We'll catch you next time.